Dear students, welcome to the online classes. Today I will explain about IPR, that is intellectual property right. So in this topic I will discuss about patents, trademarks, copyright and related rights, industrial design, traditional knowledge, geographical indication. Then I will also elaborate the basics of patents, type of patents, application and specification, protection of new genetically modified organisms, concept of prior art and patent filing procedures in India, and finally I will discuss what process patent versus product patent. So, what is IPR? Actually, it is the property to think away from the box or think out of the box and generate your own idea. And once you generate your ideas, you can own them. That is the intellectual property right. So, intellectual property refers to creation of mind such as invention, literary and artistic works, design, symbol, name, and images used in the commerce or in business. Intellectual property is an idea, a design, or an invention or a manuscript which can ultimately give rise to useful product and applications to common people. The development of such property as a rule requires intellectual inputs and innovativeness. So once you have innovativeness, then only it can be intellectual and you can own them as your own right. So these intellectual rights are granted for limited period of time to control their use, which can be owned, sold or bought. So you can sell your own intellectual property or you can bought some intellectual property from others as well. So there are various list of activities which are covered by IPR and are laid down by WIPO, that is the World Intellectual Property Organization. So these activities are industrial design, scientific discoveries or inventions, protection against unfair competition, literary, artistic, and scientific work, invention in all fields of human capabilities. So these are the activities which are recognized by WIPO as the IPR. So why there is a need of intellectual property? Actually, this is the process of IPR. So if you create or if you invent a new idea or new discovery, it should be applicable. Means the people can get benefited from that idea or that invention, and then you have to protect your idea or your invention. And once you protect your idea, then only you can do the successful business. So this is the actually idea about the intellectual property. So there is a need of IPR because of the encouragement of the inventor, to inducement and reward of the inventor. It is also essential for the healthy competition. It required for protecting your IP. It makes easier to take legal action against anyone who steal or copy. So nobody can steal your idea without your permission, and it reveals the intellectual capability of the inventor. So now types of IPR. Intellectual property rights actually can be divided into two parts. First one is industrial property and second one is copyright. So under the industrial property, it can be we can study about the patents, trademarks, industrial design, and geographical indications. However, the literary work and artistic work it can come under the copyright. So first, the industrial rights. In this, the first thing is patents. So what are patents? Actually, patents rights granted by the government are applied to industrial process and invention. That can be man-made process or methods, any design or structure, and it is valid up to 20 years. So why patenting is needed? It required to prevent others from selling, making or using your own invention. So nobody else can sell or make use without your permission. and it is also required to commercialize your invention. As I already discussed, it can be valid up to 20 years. Now, patenting of life forms. Actually, life forms like any animal or plant can be not patentable under the Indian Patent Act 99. However, patents can be obtained for process, product, and product applications which are done by manipulating the things. So, like genetically modified engineer or genetically engineered mouse or genetically engineered plants can be patented because you have modified some genes on that plant or that organism. So, a genetically modified or genetically engineered mouse has been patented as an invention in US and became the first animal to be considered as an invention because that genetically engineered mouse actually it was not natural, so it can be considered as an invention in US. It is now possible to patent entire species of any microorganism which you have modified. Now, be it trademark. So, what is trademark? It is a word, name, symbol, logo, or device used to distinguish or identify his or her own work. So it is valid up to 10 years and can be renewed. So trademark, here I have shown a figure. So it can be name like here Coca-Cola. The style of this name is the trademark of this Coca-Cola company. It may be a logo like here you can see the logo of Nike. So this is also a trademark of Nike company. It may be a symbol here you can see the symbol of McD or McDonald. So it is also the trademark of McDonald company, or it may be a slogan. So here you can see the I am loving it. So it is the slogan of McDonald company, and it is also the trademark of this company. It may be the shape. Here you can see the specific shape of this bottle from the Coca-Cola company. So no other company in the world can make the similar type of shape because it is the trademark of Coca-Cola company. Similarly, the orange, this may be the color. The company name is orange and its color is also orange. So nobody else can use this color and written orange in their company name. So trademark can be either simple, this TM. Here you can see orange and it is written TM here. So this is simple type of trademark. And here this R which is encircled inside a circle. This is the registered trademark, is the symbol of registered trademark. So nobody else can use this trademark or this symbol for promotion of their company. Third one is industrial design. So industrial design is actually it is the 2D or 3D pattern or design of a company, and it is valid up to 10 years and may be extended for 5 more years. So here you can see the some industrial designs of the helmet from a company. So these are valid for 10 years and it can be owned by that particular company. And fourth one is geographical indication. As you know, the Darjeeling tea, it indicating the origin of that tea. So Darjeeling tea is a kind of geographical indication. Similarly, Banarasi silk sari, which is originated from the Banaras, so it it comes under the GI or geographical indication, and this is valid for 10 years and it can be renewed. Now, second is copyright. Actually, copyright protects work from being copied without permission. So you cannot copy any phrase from any book without referencing them or without acknowledging the that particular reference from the book. So literary work includes computer program, proprietary design material also come under the Copyright Act. Artistic work include film, broadcast or published edition also comes under the copyright, and it can be registered for 50 or 70 years depending on the type of the work. So what are covered under the copyright? Literary, any book or any manuscript, any film, drama, musical system, artistic work or sound recording. These all are comes under the Copyright Act. And what is not covered by the copyright? Any idea, fact, recipes, work lacking originality like a telephone book is not original, and name, title or short phrases cannot covered under the copyright. Now, advantage of intellectual property rights. It provides exclusive right to the creator or inventor. It encourages individuals to distribute and share information and data instead of keeping it confidential. So it is also beneficial for common people. Provides legal defense and offer the creator the credit of their works. It helps in social and financial development. So here in this table, I have summarized the differences between copyright, patent and trademarks. So in the case of copyright, what is protected? Actually, original work of authorship such as books, articles, songs, photographs, etc. can be protected under the copyright. However, in the case of patents, inventions such as processes, machines, manufacturers, composition of matter, as well as improvement of these matter can be protected under the patents. However, in the case of trademark, any word, phrase, symbol, design, and source of the goods can be protected. Requirements to be protected uh, in under the Copyright Act, a work must be original, creative, and fixed. However, in the case of patent, an invention must be new, useful, and non-obvious. Then only it can be protected. However, in the case of trademark, a mark must be distinctive, means it can be unique. Then only it can be protected. The term of protection of copyright is author's life plus 70 more years. The term of protection of patents is up to 20 years, and term of protection for trademark is for as long as the mark is used in the business. So in the under the copyright, the right to control the reproduction, making of derivative work, distribution and public performance and display of copyrighted work. In the case of patents, right to prevent other from making, selling, using or importing the patented invention. So patented invention cannot be sell or cannot be utilized by others until and unless they grant or they get license from the patentee. For the trademark, right to use the mark and to prevent others from using similar marks. So this is the basic difference between copyright, patent and trademark. Now basics of patents. So I would like to elaborate some more about the patents. So patent describes an invention for which the inventor claims the exclusive right. Any invention is patentable if it is new or novel, it is useful to common people, and if it is not obvious, means it is not easily discovered, seen or easily understood. And finally, it pertains to patentable subject matter. So these are the basic requirement or basic pillars. Actually, these three: new, useful, and non-obvious. These three are the three basic pillar of the patents. Now, type of patents. So there are three type of patents are considered. First is utility patent. So utility patents may be granted to anyone who invents or discover new things. So it may be a machine, it may be an article or composition of any matter, or it may be a genetically modified organism. So GMOs are also considered under the utility patents. Design patents. Design patents may be granted to anyone who invents the new, original, or ornamental design. So these days, software companies have used design patents to protect elements of user interfaces. Third one is plant patents, and plant patent may be granted to anyone who invents or discovers and asexually reproduce any distinct and new variety of plant. So there is difference between plant patent and utility patents. GMOs can be considered under the utility patents, but any plant variety which is developed by the asexual reproduction that can be considered under the plant patent. Now, patents of GMOs. Actually, the patent term for GMO is 20 years from the initial filing. So here you can see two phases of GMOs. First is R&D phase and second one is marketing phase. So first, the discovery of the gene. In if any scientist or any inventor discovered a new gene or develop a new gene, he can file a patent. So that is the patenting date is the first date of the patent. So in the R&D phase, application of type 1 patents, it is particularly for any gene or any DNA. Then the application for type 2 patent, it may be the transgenic events to develop a transgenic animal or transgenic plant. These transgenic uh, events can be considered as the type 2 patents. Under the type 3 patents, actually when scientists are able to develop a new variety of plant or new genetically modified organism, that can be considered under the type 3 patent. So finally it comes to the market, and once the type 1 patent is expired, then public can use the gene for the purpose of other than making the transgenic strain. Same under the marketing process. When the expiry of type 2 patent takes place, the public can make, use and sell the transgenic strain other than those covered by the type 3 patent. And finally, when the type 3 patent expired, public can make, use and sell any transgenic strain. So that's all about the patent of GMOs. So it from here, first filing date to uh, expiration of type 3 patent, this time period is up to 20 years. So what is covered by the GMO patents? So interestingly, GMO companies often don't seek plant patents because this is not beneficial. So GMO company or biotech companies these days, they are interested more in the actually not in the plant patent but the utility patent. They try to obtain utility patent, a different type of patent with more stringent requirement on the description of the invention. While plant discovered by chance or generated by crossbreeding or asexual reproduction don't satisfy these requirements, detailed information of GMOs at the molecular level is usually available. So GMOs can be considered under the utility patent. So utility patents have several advantages over the plant patents. First, utility patent may cover inventions beyond plants. If a GMO involves integration of foreign DNA into the plant genome, the uniquely designed DNA can also be protected by utility plant. So in this case, you can not only patent your product but also the process or also the genes involved in for the development of transgenic animal or transgenic plant. Second, utility plant provide better protection against infringement. So in contrast, plant patents which allow licensees to sexual reproduce indefinitely as long as they don't provide or sell the seeds to others for planting. Therefore, utility patents provide more extensive protection for the GMOs plant. So you may heard about the biotech company that is called Monsanto, and initially it filed two utility patents for DNA sequences in USA. One relates to engineered genes that allow robust production of foreign protein in the plant, and second covers the gene encoding an enzyme, that is a specific enzyme that gives rise to Roundup tolerance against any toxin. So, gene patent was recently ruled by the Supreme Court of USA as invalid, but GMO companies are still able to obtain patent on cDNA, that is complementary DNA, because they have developed this cDNA in the lab condition. So the biotech company which Monsanto actually granted the patents for modified soy, corn, cotton, canola, and similarly other biotech companies like Bayer, Syngenta also predominantly possess utility patent on GMO. Now, stage to obtain a patent in India. So first stage is filing an application for patent. So you can file a patent application in any four patent office located in India. These are the four metro cities: Kolkata, Mumbai, Delhi, and Chennai. Then early request for examination of these patents is also required, and this request is from the patentee also or from the applicant. So there are particular rules to request for the examination. You have to pay some fee for that also. And then after the first examination report, if it said objection or it asks for some requirement or refinement, it is communicated with the applicant, and application or complete specification should be amended in order to meet these objection or requirement or refinement within a period of 12 months from the date of the first examination or FER. Then withdrawal is also possible. The application for patent can be withdrawn at least 3 months before the first publication. The application withdrawn after the date of publication cannot be refiled as it is already laid open in the public inspection. And then grant of patent. The patent is granted after 6 months from the date of publication under the section 11A in Indian Constitution. So there is opposition also, pre-granted opposition and post-granted opposition are also possible for a particular patent. And term and date of patent. The term of every patent will be, as I already discussed, will be 20 years, and date of patent is the date on which the application for patent is filed. So what are the benefits of patents? So it is beneficial for patentee or the applicant because right to use patented invention in several ways, to develop a business to prevent competition of copying during the term of patent. So you can prevent your patented thing for stealing or for copying by others. Allow others to use it as price mutually agreed. So you can fix a price if anybody wants to use your patented thing. He or she has to pay you some money. So that is mutually agreed agreement, or that is mutually mutual agreement, and you can sell it. Means you can sell your patented thing to anybody or any company. So it is also benefited not only to patentee or applicant but also to the society. So newer, better, and cheaper products are available to public through the patents, and freely available technology often expire of the patent. So society get benefited by a new patent every time. Now finally I would like to explain about the product patent versus process patent. So as name indicating, product patent is granted to original inventor on the product. However, the process patent is granted to a particular process and not to the end product. So here I would like to give you an example. So product patent in the case of GMO is the finally genetically modified plant or genetically modified organism like BT cotton. BT cotton is the final product through the genetic engineering. So Monsanto company has patented it. So that comes under the product patent. However, the process patent, you can consider the various steps involved during the development of any GMO. Like if you introduce a foreign DNA or you create a cDNA in the lab condition, that cDNA comes under the process patent. Similarly, if you develop a new variety of cheese or new variety of any bread, so that final product is bread or cheese, but the steps involved means if you modify any intermediate step for the development of new variety of cheese, that step can be patented and it can come under the process patent. Hope you understood it. So that's all about IPR and patent. Next time I will start a new topic regarding the organizations related to IPR. Till then, stay at home, stay safe. Thank you.